Alright, everyone, meet up next to the tank. That's on the picture. Meet up next to the tank, okay? DC says, riot, spawn. Good. DC says, line up shoulder to shoulder next to the tank. That means here. DC says, line up shoulder to shoulder. Okay. DC says, welcome to DC says. If you want to live, you must survive by following my rules. No, because if you kill me, then I don't know what to do. Okay. Okay, DC says riot, stop. DC says stop. DC says must look at me the entire time. Move, 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 move! Okay. Nice. Nice. You did the right thing, which I did not say DC, so you all survive. Okay. DC says crouch. Well, he's a new guy. He's just getting the idea. DC says stand up. DC says go into prone. Oh, okay. Okay. DC says stand up. DC says point your gun up in the air. That's very close. DC says fire once. DC says fire 2 bullets. DC says riot, run away if you want to live. DC says, everyone, line up next to this car. Oh. Line up shoulder to shoulder here. DC says, everyone, line up shoulder to shoulder. Good. DC says, crouch. DC says, Chevy, whatever you're holding, let go of it. DC says, clear everything you have. He flashed me too. DC says, go into prone. That means moving up. Okay. DC says, Chevy, come here. DC says, Slady, come here. DC says, Riot, come here. And me, here. Okay, DC says, welcome to Russian Roulette. In this game, Riot... Yes? This game, in Russian Roulette, you have to spin around and then fire a random bullet. But you have to wait until it is your turn. So, everyone change the sensitivity to 7. When you're finished with that, DC says when you're finished, jump once. Give Slade some time. Okay. Okay. Get back. DC says, Riot, spin, and then fire a random bullet. DC says, DC says, lady, spin round and then fire a bullet. DC says, do not crouch. DC says, it's my turn. Oh, Slady! Okay. Now it's just the three of us. Wait. DC says, I forgot to say DC says, so you live. DC says, Chevy, go for it. Spin and fire. DC says, Riot, it is your turn. Right, I saw that. DC says, if I miss, then no one do anything. Okay, DC says we're gonna have a bonus round. DC says change the sensitivity to 10. Who? He deleted me. Okay. Okay, DC says, spin round. DC says, oh, I took its ammo. DC says, spin. DC says, fire one bullet. Oh, dude. Okay. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna have a duel. Okay. Okay. DC says stop whatever you're doing. DC says, welcome to the duel. DC says, shake hands. DC says, Riot. Okay, good. DC says, turn. DC says, turn around. No. Can you hear me? Nope. Okay. Okay. No. DC says change your sensitivity to 6. DC says, okay. DC says go to your back, turn towards your backs. DC says walk as slowly as possible. DC says turn around, fire. Oh. Wow. Wow. That was quick.